I bet you when I say, what is Feng Shui? And I want to see a hands up. How many of you think about this is Feng Shui?
No, I don't know.
You know, like declutter, minimalistic,
Oh, no.
have,
We know that's not it.
Not it.
Not it, huh? Not it. Anybody, nobody think this is Feng Shui? Okay. You have no idea. Most people think Feng Shui is interior design, which is totally not. And then there are some people think Feng Shui is this. You know, the Chinese restaurant placemat? That I'm more than you have a dog. This is, I'm loyal. This is the personality of a dog. No, that is really general. I just want to let you know, when we are born, we are given a map. And I don't want to say a destiny map. You know, we are not fated. It's just a treasure map that just tells you you can go along this path and you will discover things at different times of your life. And you can pick up skills to discover your treasure. So never think that just because you're born with that chart, that's it, this is me. My teacher, my mentor that I studied with, he was told when he was a young man, he was 17 and went to a fortune teller, and the fortune teller said, you know what, you're gonna be poor until you're 45. And he go, huh? What's gonna happen after 45? Am I gonna be rich? You know, he go, no, you're gonna just be used to it. That is, I mean, could you imagine you tell somebody 17-year-old that you're going to be poor the rest of your life, and when you get to 45, you just get used to being poor. So because of that, he studied. He said, I need to know why. Why did my chart was that bad? Why is my chart that bad? That is my fate. No, I can't. He cannot accept that. So now he is actually, I don't know if you guys know him, he's in Malaysia, well known, Joey Yap. He's my teacher. I've been studying with him since 2004. Yeah, I started this journey quite a while back. And so, let me see, before I get sidetracked, but that's why I fly. Okay, so the next slide is, for those of you who have just another description of who it is, I am Amy, but I'm known as Ask Auntie Amy in the social media platform. I'm on Pinterest, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. I'm on all channels. And for those who remember Bouquet Start last year, this is my piece that I did last year in that basket area downstairs on the first floor. That's what I did. And that's the cookbook I wrote, and this is the book I wrote for this year. This is the 2022 Water Tiger Guide. So we have Feng Shui and astrology, all that information in here.
Which is for sale for $15.
Yes, I know, I brought it in for you guys. So.
Nice.
And then, well, Feng Shui, it's not science. It's not a belief system. Feng Shui is actually a system that can translate the vibrational energy around us. And to demonstrate that, I want you guys to rub your hand together, nice and warm, rub your hand nice and warm, right? And can you feel, when you pull your hands apart, can you feel?
Oh, yes.
You feel that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Now, I want you to can you feel if you're stirring your, put your index finger, just stir. Did you feel that? Do you feel like the energy stirring your palm?
A little.
Little, right?
Maybe.
Okay. Now you guys put your hand down, just this hand. Now I'm going to stir your energy. Can you feel the energy? I'm stirring. Can you feel the energy? That I'm stirring your energy. Your finger is not there anymore, but I am moving your energy. See, we are all energy beings. And everything has vibrational frequency. We all vibrate. The only thing we can see color is because they vibrate a certain frequency, we can see it. So, that's what Feng Shui is about. It's about energy, how we can align energy together. When Feng Shui works really well is when we can align the heaven, earth, and the man. A lot of people make the mistake thinking, oh, I just need to activate my wealth corner and it'll bring me money, and things like that. I go, well, okay, I can do the Feng Shui for your house. Feng Shui basically increase the opportunity, it increase what you have already. If you say, oh, I'm just going to put a money tree right here, and I'm going to do nothing. Oh yeah, money's going to happen. No, it doesn't work that way. It's 1/3. Remember, heaven, earth, and man. 1/3 would align the heaven energy. 1/3 is the environment energy in your house, in your office. And then the other third is the man energy, meaning you need to do something. Just because we manifest, yes, we're going to manifest this, and then we do nothing. I expect to be a millionaire. I do nothing. I'm not going to work. I'm not going to. No, it doesn't work that way. You have to. It's all about the alignment of everything. I'm giving you like a little background of what Feng Shui is. So for some of you know about this, the Feng Shui system, everything had to do with the yin yang and these triagram. So we're over there talking about Bazi. Bazi is basically is 8 character. That tells you is your map, your treasure map. That's what I was talking about. And then this is Qi-men. Qi-men is strategies. Okay, this actually tells you about your subconscious level, things that you don't really know that's happening in the background. Is your, why do you act this way? Yes, the body say, well, you have how many water and that's why you act this way. But then if you go down and you dig deep, why do you do certain way that you, certain things, why you do that? That's where we use Qi-men. Also Qi-men, I want to say like one of the chapter in the Sun Tzu Art of War is out of this. It's what they use as part of it. And then we come to Feng Shui. Feng Shui is literally translated to be wind and water. So wind is the carrier of qi, the energy, and the water is the container of the qi. So that's why Feng Shui. So this is, if you think of this like, say, this is the army, this is the strategist, and this is your battlefield. It all have to work together for it to make it work. So that brought us to harmony with flower.
No.
Yeah, you go, well, what's Feng Shui got to do with flower? So let me tell you a funny thing, how I got into it. I need to thank Lois Wallace, AIFD, for those of you who knows College of San Mateo. She's the instructor there. Used to be, she retired. In 2000, at the AIFD Symposium, I saw her program. It's called Feng Shui Seika. This is a Japanese scroll that talk about using flower to enhance your life. This book no longer in print, but I have it. So, and the funny thing, she's also the person who got me started in Feng Shui. In 2003, Lois came to me. Mind you, Lois Wallace, for those of you know, okay, Sally, you know Lois, right? This is white lady, okay? This white lady. And she go, Amy, take a Bazi class with me. I'm like, huh? What do you mean take a Bazi class with you? I thought all Feng Shui stuff is all, okay, back in China, in Hong Kong when I grew up, all the Feng Shui guys, they're like, oh, long pinky nail, with the good teeth thing. I mean, you guys watch Karate Kid, right? That's how the old style is. You had to apprentice them. I figured if I want to study Feng Shui, I'll have to do cooking for him, laundry for him, and have to live with him in order to get his secret formulas. No, and I couldn't really see myself being that either, so nope. But when she told me about it, I go, they teach that? Really? They have a class on that? She goes, yeah, come. So I become her study buddy. And when I got there, this is 2003. That was before all these apps that we have, these Feng Shui app. Every chart, everything had to be done by hand. And yeah, I know why she got me there, because I'm good with math. So I was her chart computer. Okay, give me a chart, I'll plot it. Sure. And then she's the interpreting. Her skill is in interpreting. Not very good at the creating chart, but I'm the opposite. And really, that's I have to thank her for that, because that's how I got in there. So today we are going to talk about the 5 elements. That's how we're going to relate flower with. Come on, next slide, missing. Do we get that? No. There we go. So all the Feng Shui, even traditional Chinese metaphysics, is all based on the 5 elements. The fire, the earth, the metal, the water, and the wood. And also printed on here of the direction and what it means. So fire, if you think about fire, why is fire important? Fire, if you think about what the Big Bang Theory, whatever, we need fire to start our life, right? If we don't have fire, we can't cook. A lot of things can't be warm. So fire also represents happiness. And so my interpretation of that, fire is in the Ligua, in the south, it is number 9. So everything in this arrangement is pretty much in multiple and 9. So there's 9 orchid, 9 roses, and there's some 9 carnation, red carnation underneath it. And I did it in like a hand tie. I just want something. The whole idea today, I don't want to make like giant arrangement. I want you guys able to take home. If these 5 die, you can take it out, replace it with flower for yourself. I think Betty was telling me that you guys have the next month meeting, you need to bring an arrangement. It's a good idea. So this is just a very simple hand-tied bouquet. And I just added Gregor Lurch's idea, okay. Gregor Lurch, I was his assistant in one of the shows that he did in Southern California. And I remember I started with Ikebana. And when he asked me, well, Amy, what do you think? I was helping him. And I go, oh my God, it's kind of messy, because I'm so used to the Ikebana, very clean line, minimalistic, a lot of space between flower, because Ikebana believe in every flower have their own expression. And the negative space is equally important to the positive space. So, and back then I kind of go, oh God, it's kind of messy. I go, it's kind of messy. He go, okay. He didn't say like, you don't know anything, girl. No, I was new. I got, when they asked for an assistant at City College, and Stephen Brown called me, go, Amy, you want to go down to LA? You just got to pay your way down there. I go, sure, I'll pay my way down there, and I be there because I know I will learn something. And so yes, so you can look into it. It's something fun. It's very easy to make. You just kind of drop everything in. Super, super simple. And this, what I would usually I recommend for, put it in the south area of your house to increase the fire, the fame, the recognition. That's how I would do it. All right, next.
Do you want me to take that off the table?
Oh, okay.
Well, that's definitely
Later. Okay, so earth element. Now remember, this is a production cycle. So think of earth. When something burns, what does it become? Ash, which is earth. So that is a production cycle. And I found this at the market, this container. I thought it was super cute. So earth is about yellow color. And I love this, like a tree trunk thing, but it's ceramic. Yeah, it's ceramic. This whole piece is done in Oasis. It's very easy. You just poke them in. That's it. It's got a liner in there. And I added a little lily grass just to give it a little more movement. So that way it's not kind of boring. I know it looks kind of one-sided, but when you guys make arrangement, depending on where you put it in your house, you might want to pay attention to the back side. Just so there's something there, not just the back of a flower. So finish it with a little bit of flowers and green. And this one, because it's earth. Earth is about our digestive system. Okay? So it's very important, and I was doing these for, when I had my flower shop, I was doing these for somebody get well bouquet. I would say send an earth arrangement to help to support the health. And so this one, usually I say put it in the centered house, but you can put it in the southwest or the northeast direction. Center, those earth is in like kind of like a diagonal. If you think of like the south, north, east, west, it's kind of like a diagonal. So, thank you. All right, where are we at? Metal. Okay, metal. Now, okay, mind you, I got almost all my flour at, this is from Safeway. Those are from Trader Joe's, you know. And so this was actually very simple to put together. Originally, I was gonna put Oasis in there, but then it wasn't watertight. You know, I'm sure you guys have beautiful container. You go, oh darn, it's not watertight. And I solved that problem by putting a liner, a plastic bag. Literally, this is arranged in a plastic bag with some waters in it. This is 2 bunches of calla lily, 1 bunch of alstroemery, and about 8 pieces of aspidistra leaf. And with aspidistra leaf, all you have to do, let me grab mine here, where is it? What I did was, to get the curl, now with tea leaf, you would have to remove the spine in order for it to curl, because tea leaf got a very stiff spine. So with aspidistra, all you have to do is just go poke, like that. And I secure it by putting a staple right there, so it doesn't come apart, because sometimes it will split and come apart. And I just cut it short, and how I start with this arrangement, I put the calla lily first just to fill up the space, and then I poke the alstroemery around it at the bottom, and then I did the little leaf curl, and then stick them around. Very, very simple, guys. This is not supposed to be hard. You're supposed to be able to make arrangement, enjoy it. You should be able to get it from Safeway, Trader Joe, you know, this all kind of from your garden. That's the whole idea for me, is like, I really believe in simple arrangement. And this survived through the drive today. I went through like the back of Diamond Hill, Diamond Heights. Oh my God! I mean, Clipper was like, I keep like, oh my God, my arrangement. But they survived. They did well. So, yeah.
Excuse me, how do you make the plastic bag not slip?
You know what? I pour the water in first, and then I kind of hang on to it. But once you poke in, the water kind of fills it up. And then when I was poking on the edge, I kind of like hold on to the thing just so it doesn't, you know, I mean, basically this is like, it's, the whole thing can come out. Very easy, very easy.
Interesting. That's great.
Yeah. See, I'm not into, come on, I have a flower shop for like how many years? I'm not into hard stuff. I'm into simple, pretty stuff, deliverable. You gotta able to put in the car and the driver able to deliver it. If they cannot, not a good thing. So now where we are. So now remember, fire created ash. From the earth, there's mineral. That's how we call metal. And metal actually attracts water. So let's talk about water. Here we go. So this is one of my favorite containers. It's a bamboo container. Another one without liner. And even though bamboo is naturally waterproof, I just in case it's not. So I put like little cello, you know, from the packaging of the flower. I just put a little piece of cello around it, and then I squish a couple of pieces of foam in it. Okay? Get my tools. So, water. Now this I cut from someone's garden, one of my client's garden, okay? These are iris leaf. And to me, iris, blue color, is water. But because when you go to the market, I mean, these are there's no leaf. The leaves are not pretty either. So what I do is, my they're not watching. Yeah. So now, also, if you look at the Japanese iris, they have a little point right here. I took the Ikenobu Ikebana and also Sogetsu Ikebana, and people go, how can you do two? They're very different. I go, yeah, I know. Ikenobu Ikebana is like a Japanese girl in kimono. Sogetsu Ikebana is like a Japanese girl in a miniskirt. That's how different. That's how we describe the difference between them. And but what I learned from the two different schools is Ikenobu really work with the materials that are in season, and they can manipulate the material. And for me, I did something like this when I was in Japan, and it was a split kanza. So you do a split. So basically, the whole idea is having groups of grass that a fish can go through it. There's a water channel. It could be simple as this. You know, you don't have to make super fancy stuff, guys. Don't go crazy. You don't need super fancy stuff. Very simple. Find something in your garden. That's the whole idea. Find something in your garden that you can make something fun out of. And I'm gonna do this. Now, one thing I want to teach you guys with sometimes you don't want the iris to open, or you want the iris to open. The iris, the fun wrap right here, you see how the piece right there, that is the front of the iris, okay? But sometimes when iris is open so big, it'll be kind of too big for this. So what you do is you take the rib. There's like a piece of rib. This is what I learned in Ikebana, okay?
This is great.
That these are the tricks you can do. Yeah, because when the iris opens, this pushes it open. So if you remove that, it will stay bud-like like this forever. Until it wilts. Not forever, but you know. Until it wilts, yeah. So yeah, so that's how you make an iris looks like a bud. Forever. It's three pieces. It's when iris open, is this, it pushes the flower that's open. So now this iris will stay this shape forever. See, don't we like that? We'll stay young forever.
It's too late.
Yeah. And it was too late for some of us. Well, you know, as I say, I'm turning 60 this year, but I'm happy. So this one, I'm going to leave it the way it is, just to show the difference. And this one. I'm going to have it in between, kind of like a peekaboo. And it's very important to finish the front because you got to cover the legs. The Japanese way, you have to cover the legs. And I remember in the boys' day, they would do the way the point, it had to be like, I call it dun dun dun, basically it had to be like certain way. What girls, let's see, how was the boy? I totally forgot. The boy had to be kind of like that. That's how they do it. Like one leaf in the middle is pointing up, the other leaf is, you know, kind of like that. Kind of giving you the finger. Yeah. But you know what? We're going to do the way I want to do it. I don't care. Because my Ikebana teacher's not here. Thank God for that. Otherwise she'll go, Amy, that's not how it's done. Normally, if it's Kansan, I wouldn't have to finish it because it'll be water. But since I don't want the oasis being exposed, it's kind of ugly. So what I do is, I put this aside, these pretty moss, I'm gonna kind of tuck it. Sorry, there's a label, that forest bamboo. Yeah. I was thinking, if this was a little deeper, I would use pebbles. I prefer black pebble, but if I put pebble, it will not do. It will not able to hold a pebble. So I go, you know what, the moss is gonna be next best thing. And yeah. So yes, we don't have pins. I usually, and you can use paper clip. Take apart paper clip. You know, you just, I call it MacGyver, whatever, MacGyver it, you know, duct tape it, kind of thing with men. So you just need to like create something like a little hairpin thing, and poke it into the oasis. Just hold it down. Basically, you just need to secure it so that way it doesn't move around. You guys have a question? No. Okay. Let me think. Can I tell you more stories? Oh.
Where do you get a container like that?
Actually, this container I bought many years ago. Many years ago. I have a lot of old stuff, you know.
It's beautiful.
I have a lot of stuff, though. But yes, you guys can bid on this as well. So, this is very simple. Kind of a water arrangement. Very simple. Don't need to. You know, the whole idea is like able to make something fun that you enjoy. It doesn't take you all day to make it. I truly do not believe in overworking. That's my thing. I don't believe in overworking. If I can get it done half the time, I'll get it done half the time. I'm a very practical solution person because I have yang water in my year. Yang water is the type of person who does practical advice. So everything I do is very practical that way. And also I have yang fire. So now we talk about the fire. There's yin and yang of all the elements. So yang water, think of like the ocean, yeah? And the yin water, think of like the snow, the mist, the rain, the river. Those are the yin water, the feminine or whatever, the opposite. With fire, the yang fire, you gotta know what fire you have. With yang fire, it's like the sun, okay? A yang fire person actually tend to inspire other people, but as in a mass people. Versus the yin fire person, it's like the flashlight, it's like the candlelight. You show people's path. So you inspire people individually. So this is the thing when I say I'm gonna give a reading for as part of the auction is because I wish my mother would have gifted me a chart reading when I was younger. You know, so I have more clarity of what path I need to take. My path, according to my career, that I should be a person who needs to be a public speaking skill. I need to have that. That's part. I'm an artist chart with public speaking. I have the yang fire, which is the sun, in my career palace, which means I need to inspire people. That's what I'm doing on TikTok, sharing Feng Shui knowledge. But also within that, I also have the yin fire. That means I need to help people individually as well. So there are inspiration leaders who just inspire people, but I need to inspire people plus help people individually. That is my career path, and that's why I start doing Feng Shui for that pure reason. There you go. So now we're down to one last element, wood. I want you guys to know. Just because you have a plain vase, glass vase, don't go, oh, that's kind of boring. You can dress up a glass vase, like what I did here. I just added a couple of Aurelius leaf, you know, just make it look prettier. So, you know, some people don't like to look at the natural stem because the legs are ugly. But you know what, if you don't like that, you can hide it with something like this. And this one is a very simple armature. You guys can do that at home. I just take some Oasis wire and kind of like, crunch it up, make a little handle out of it. I know it's a little flimsy, but you can use some green to kind of give it a little structure. Yes, I learned my armature from Gregor Lurch, thanks to him. That's where I learned. So, what do we have here? Green. Everything green. I found these, I think at the market, and I found these at Safeway. And these cute, oh, Safeway quality. No, just kidding. I lost one already when I was cleaning. I'm like, oh, there's one without a head. So these are Cremone mums, and they're really pretty. I thought the color was just gorgeous. I want to stay with everything green because we're doing a wood element. And don't let my client know. This is from her garden as well. I was helping her, you know. Yeah.
They're pretty.
Yeah, they're pretty. They're really long. It was dragging on the floor. I go, it's gotta go. It gotta go to my arrangement. Listen to my arrangement. Yeah. And we have these beautiful green carnation. I mean, can you believe all these? These are natural.
Yeah.
Remember, it used to be St. Patty's Day with the dyed green thing? Now they're natural green. So pretty. So pretty. Alright. So, when we make a hand tie, we always want to put something heavy in the middle, just to give the base, right? Now you guys know hand tie, right? Have to be done in a spiral pattern. Yes. So could you just, you know, it's simple. You know what? Let me see here. I want to add some right here. Now, don't feel like you have to stay within the framework of the armature. You can go outside of it. It's okay. You got permission. You got my permission to go outside the line. There. So this is just something very, very simple put together. And I remember Holly Money. Everybody remember City College Holly Money? When I first started taking flower class from her, she'd go, Amy, busy, not busy, busy, not busy. That's how you want to pair up your textures, you know? And I go, okay. So whenever I look at something like this is actually very busy right now, and I would think of her, I would remember Holly saying, busy, not busy. When I was competing at, the SAID, I compete a lot. And it's just part of my chart too. I'm a very competitive person. Yeah, I know. It's good and bad. It's good and bad. At one point, I did compete for the California Top 10 Designer in 2000. And so, yeah, I'm kind of competitive. So remember, you have to keep spiraling. If you're going this one direction, you got to keep going that same direction. I was going to get Anthurium this morning, but the Anthurium was a little too big, scales-wise to this. So I saw these yesterday. I go, you know, these are pretty. So I'm going to use this.
That's so interesting. You're a florist. You would never think of a florist as being competitive.
Oh, God, yeah. You have no idea. Yeah, I am a very competitive person. I enter pretty much all the contests that I can compete in. I go, I'm going to try that. Why not, right? So.
It seems like opposite ends of the spectrum, being flowers so calming.
I'm going to ask you a question
Yes.
because I've never done a spiral and I don't quite understand that concept.
Okay, so basically you want to have the stem next to each other like that. So that
they're
way
going
when you
out?
tie it out, when you tie it, it's not going to crush. If you have crisscross, it's going to crush it. So that's why when you just got to be mindful when you're inserting the stem, you do it like from here, left to right, like that. Then you just do consistently left to right. And that's how it's the easiest to do spiral. Yeah. I know, this is a little messy, sorry, it's not.
It looks good.
It's all green, you know. It's kind of like St. Patty's Day, but not quite.
Looks good.
I'm thinking like, hang on. Yeah. I wasn't sure what I was going to do, but I go, you know, I need to do something live so I can talk and working. You guys can answer a question. What else I can talk to you about Feng Shui? Okay, so Feng Shui works because on March 31st, there was a wealth activation day and also a fame manifestation day. March 31st, it was passed already. And what I did was, being who I am, I activated the wealth, and also I manifested fame. Okay? And because I want to prove to people that Feng Shui works, I took a picture of how many followers I have on TikTok that time. I have 38,000 followers on March 31st. And as of this morning, it's 45.4K. So basically, I gained, and the video that it didn't really went super viral. It's got about 290,000 views for one video. But I posted that on April 3rd. So basically, I gained that much follower from the 3rd through the 18th, like in 15 days, pretty much. So Feng Shui works when you do it correctly. Remember, yes, I have to align myself to it. I have aligned energy, but also I have to take part. I have to take action, right? I post the video, you know, and that's how Feng Shui works. You cannot just say, "Oh, I'm gonna do this and I'm not gonna do that," you know, and then nothing works. Yeah, because you didn't take action. The key is you have to take action.
So do you follow a chart, a daily chart to read where you should
Actually,
be?
yes, I look at the chart. When I post video, I actually post by the hour. I use the hourly chart to see exactly what energy is going on and which direction.
Wow.
It's work, baby. It's not simple stuff. You know, you want fame, doesn't come easy, honey. You have to work for it, right? At least that's what I try to tell my follower. I have no idea how many people go, "Oh, can I win the lottery with?" No, you gotta work. Okay, basically right now I'm just kind of finishing with some Aurelia leaf, just so it's kind of pretty on the bottom. Okay, I know this is kind of like mixed, not quite.
She's doing it with one hand.
Are there thorns in that thing?
Yeah, I forgot about that, but there isn't any, so thank God for that. I know when I was stripping, I go, "Oh, I forgot. Is there, you know?" See the wire, you can bend it and switch it out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't do quite grouping, but I kind of, you know, let it go.
Does smell ever go into the Feng Shui arrangement? I mean,
No, actually, you know, be very honest with you, Feng Shui is all more about intention, okay? Like these arrangement is for more retention. See, remember, you go through day not thinking about something, but then because it's there, your subconscious will see it. It's like, "Oh, okay, I gotta work on this." Like the fame, you know, if you put it there, "Oh yeah, I gotta," you know, subconscious, "Okay, we gotta work. What can we do to get, you know, more famous or whatever? What can we do, right?" Your mind, the subconscious level is very, very powerful. And it will be running in the background, go, "Okay, that's what I need to work on." Yeah. I don't know. He's kind of, okay, you guys are, I'm gonna cut right in here. I'm gonna tuck you in right there. Okay, I'm
It's
lazy.
fabulous.
Okay. That's why I forgot. I was gonna do a zip tie. I forgot.
Oh, yeah, that's
I forgot. Well, no, that's not actually not pretty. That's not pretty. I can't do that.
cool color.
You know, it had to be pretty, so I can't do that. Can't send out like that with the red twist stuff. I'll use a green.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's too small, yeah.
Now, with a good hand tie, it should able to stand on its own legs, supposedly. But I'm not gonna push my luck. Yeah, I didn't really cut it that well, but you know what? It's gonna get squished in here. See, you can do this at home. That's the whole idea. I want you guys to practice this at home. Do it at home.
I know, that's amateur.
So, you know?
Do you have something? Maybe like that.
See, that's nice. It's fat and it's colored. You can put any color you want.
It's kind of a short piece.
You know, I always have problem with leaves, you know,
Yeah.
because they don't listen to me.
Yeah,
They don't listen. I told them to stay, they don't stay.
you have to squeeze the bottom tight.
And what I usually do is, this is my trick. Okay, this is literally my trick. I say florist. That's what I do.
Wrap this up.
Yeah.
At the shop. I go like this, and when you put it in, then they will stay. The leaf will be there. It wouldn't get pushed out. Okay?
There you go.
There you go. Kind of like that. All right, kind of like that.
Bravo.
Okay. Now, part of the thing is you have to remember why these are important. Your earth is representing your stomach and your spleen.
Oh.
Your fire is your heart and your intestine, also your eye. Okay? And your water elements rules your kidneys and urinary bladder. And your wood is your liver and gallbladder. And your lungs is your metal element, big intestine, as well as your bone and your teeth. I know whenever I go through metal year, my dentist hates me. Like my crown would keep falling off because he had to keep me doing. I go, sorry, I'm going through metal year. That's why it doesn't stick. It's always like that for me. So I know what happens to me as well. So like for someone who doesn't have fire in the chart, you could say the person could be lack of passion. You know, also they will probably have heart issue as well. See, traditional Chinese medicine, this is what they use. That's what the elements. It goes, the whole system, it goes along. And for those of you who likes to learn more, I'm actually going to be in the New Living Expo on May 6th through 8th in the San Mateo Event Center. And it's a New Age transformational expo, and I will be doing a lecture on creating an abundant life with Feng Shui on Saturday, May 7th. I know it's Mother's Day weekend, but it's Saturday night, and I'll be in room 1. So I'll be doing that. Yes, question?
Amy, under metal, wood, water, fire, and earth, I was writing it down and I didn't see what parts of the body were underneath earth.
Earth is stomach and spleen.
Thank you.
Yeah. Earth had to be do with your digestive system. Okay? And that's a lot of time when people have problem with the digestive issue, usually it's the earth element issue that they have problem with. Yeah. And you can tell, like, I've done reading for my clients, and I would go, you know what, like just the other day, I go, you went through a period with bladder urinary issue, isn't it? And she go, yeah, how did you know? I go, well, because you have a clash in that element during that year, and that's how we see it. That's how we read the chart. The chart is really kind of your roadmap, you know, of life. But then you have opportunity to change it. Yes.
And what is the chart? Is it something you do annually?
No, you have your natal chart.
Oh, so you're talking about astrology?
Yeah, the Bazi astrology.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So like with this book, I do an annual because each of, like I talk about, so this is what your Bazi chart's gonna look like.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Whoops.
You got your year, your month, and your day and your hour. Your year, I was telling them, your year represent your, if it's looking at the business perspective, would be your industry. If you're looking at a personal level, your year is your social circle, your friend circle, your network. Your month is your career, okay? But if you look at like personal relationship, your month is your relationship with your parents. And your hour, your day is you, and also your relationship with your spouse. And your hour represent your relationship. If it's in business, it'll be your relationship with your subordinate. If it's personal, it'll be your relationship with your children. If you look at in the money perspective, it'll be your investment and also your ideas and dreams. That's Feng Shui and Bazi. It's the whole system. It works together. There's people who specialize just one thing, but for me, I look at myself more like a problem solver. That's what I do for my clients. Like they go, I have a problem. I keep using this because this woman I had to help her. She go, I want to, am I gonna get married? How come I'm always attracting unavailable men? And when am I gonna get married? So what I did is I looked at a chart. I go, okay, so this is your personality. That is in your chart. You always like to challenge. So you aren't getting guys who are not available because you like to chase. And then I go, yes, you will meet your husband probably in about 2 years from now. You will have that luck coming in. But what I want you to do, I need you to really strengthen your own personal identity. So I have her to Feng Shui also activate her, what we call the peach blossom, is to attract her likability. And I was telling her, I go, you know, just because you say, well, I'm not single, I go, but you know what, if you think about, if you can attract more people who like you, you can get more help.
Yeah,
Simple as
that's
that.
simple.
And you know, on that day, remember, I activated my peach blossom area. So, yes, it does work. But you have to put the intention, you have to put the work, and make it work. That's it.
You want to turn your off so I can.
Yes, I want to check it out.